Alarms are sounding for jets and jobs at NAS Oceana.
The Base Realignment and Closure Commission came close to taking away the Oceana jets in 2005. Will Oceana be on the hit list again when BRAC meets? No one knows for sure, but we do know the April 6th Oceana jet crash will be a part of the next BRAC discussion. News Side's Andy Fox is investigating the plans to save the bases.
Yeah, Alvina, there's no doubt about that. The next BRAC could be in 2013, and there are people here today in Hampton Roads, in Richmond, and then our federal leaders in Washington, D.C. that talk almost every day about strategies to save what is ours. And the big white elephant in the room that no one really wants to talk about is the Good Friday jet crash in Virginia Beach.
A Navy plane just went down on 24th Street.
It's terrible. The whole thing is on fire.
I was just pulling out of the neighborhood, and I saw smoke and flames, and I went, oh boy, wonder what that is.
Former Oceana commanding officer, retired Captain Skip Zobel.
I thought about it. I thought, oh boy, here we go. Yeah, you know, I wonder what this is going to do.
Zobel notes Oceana's stellar safety record over the years, but those involved in protecting our military assets in base realignment and closure commissions, known as BRACs, know this crash is like giving a sword to our enemies like Anthony Principi.
The past record of development creates a sense of uncertainty.
Principi, chairman of the 2005 BRAC, single-handedly almost closed down Oceana, due in part to widespread concerns over noise, encroachment, and density issues around Oceana.
We've heard this shot across the bow.
In 2005, then Virginia Governor Mark Warner knew Hampton Roads had dropped the ball.
There was, I think, a certain amount of assumption that, well, of course, we wouldn't take a bullet.
7 years later, Principi, exploiting his BRAC connections, claims to have the most experienced BRAC team in the nation, and his major client, Florida, that nearly took the Oceana jets in 2005. Enemy.
You would have to consider him not very friendly to Oceana Naval Air Station, Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, Virginia, yes.
Gloves off for the Hampton Roads Military and Federal Facilities Alliance, known as HRMFA. Executive Director Craig Quigley. You were caught off guard, and you all got a wake-up call.
I think that's a good way to put it.
HRMFA was born out of the near 2005 BRAC disaster.
As there was no single organization whose job it was every day to keep its eye on the ball of what's happening with the federal facilities in the region.
Today, HRMFA works hand in hand every day with Virginia's Veterans Affairs and Homeland Security Secretary Terry Suit.
We weren't a region bonded together to preserve our military activities.
Suit, who was then a member of the House of Delegates, wrote laws making Hampton Roads compliant with Principi's BRAC demands. Since 2005, Virginia Beach and Virginia have spent $62 million buying land, reducing density around Oceana.
And the Navy actually cites Virginia Beach and Virginia as examples of communities that get it in terms of trying to be good long-term partners.
Principi was also listening to Virginia Beach residents like retired Captain John Schick.
Responsible as we could.
Schick lives in one of the worst noise zones around Oceana and was a founding member of Citizens Concerned About Jet Noise, known as Cajun.
Our effort was always focused on what could be done to make the living conditions better and with greater safety than currently existed.
Cajun has dissolved but takes credit for talking about encroachment and noise issues around Oceana long before BRAC 2005. And if there were a BRAC today, when the jet crashed,
a pivotal accident that could have changed the whole ballgame.
I don't believe that any single event like that would be the overarching reason for the Navy to leave Oceana.
Maybe, maybe not. Quigley and the coalition forces ready when the crash issue comes up, and it will.
Any place you fly airplanes, whether they're military or commercial or privately held in the United States, there is a risk every time you take to the sky of having something go wrong.
In the end, Principi's efforts to move Oceana jets to Cecil Field in Jacksonville failed because the people in that city voted by referendum that they don't want the jets there. Ironically, Principi's BRAC decision against Oceana, against us here, actually unified Team Hampton Roads to work smarter, more efficiently, to keep our military assets here and to maybe pick up some others that are not in our area right now. I called Anthony Principi's office in Washington, D.C. Did he return my phone call? No, he did not, but I will keep on it and we will follow this story.
2013.
2013, we think. That's what, 2013 and then maybe in 2015, but it hasn't been announced yet. But you know what? Hampton Roads is prepared.
All right. Thanks, Andy. We do have extended coverage of the Navy jet crash at wavy.com.
Just click on the military link under the news headline. It'll take you to this page. We have everything from the 911 calls made before and after impact, the Chopper 10's perspective of that crash.